Chapter 54. Rumor has it that Han Zimo is a couple with the eldest son of the Su family. I didn't expect filmer Empress Su and Miss Xia to be senior siblings. Han Zimo did not expect the little girl to have such a powerful background. Su Jingting admitted readily, "We are both artists from Huanya." Even Jia Yishan felt that this was a far-fetched statement. It was also a way to make things difficult for her best actor boyfriend to come up with such an excuse to justify their relationship. Han Zimo was also impressed by Su Jingting's shameless words. "I see, the two of you actually have such a close relationship." "Of course, President Han. Do you have the intention to invite Yishan to act in your next film?" Su Jingting gave the impression that if you wanted to hire my junior sister to act, you had to ask me first. "I have this idea, but I don't know if Miss Xia is willing. It just so happens that my schedule is also empty. Why don't I go with little junior sister?" Jia Yishan was speechless. "Oh please, acting with film Empress Su again. She is really double pressure, force, feeling." Han Zimo looked at Su Jingting. "Mr. Su's net worth is too high. I'm afraid the investors will have to consider it. I've always valued the sincerity of investors. In other words, whether you can afford it or not depends on your sincerity. You can't pay less than one." Jia Yishan looked at the two of them. She didn't know where the hostile aura of a battlefield came from. Film Empress Su seemed to be more thick-skinned than she had imagined. She had never thought that the best actor in the world could be so arrogant. "But, Mr. Best Actor, is it really good for you to trick the investors like this? No matter how awesome the best actor was he as awesome as the investor's father?" Jia Yishan tugged at Film Empress Su's sleeve. "Film Empress Su." She signaled him with her eyes. More and more people were gathering in the lobby of the Grand Capital Hotel. Many people were shouting for Film Empress Su excitedly. The influence of public figures was very big. Fortunately, the security of the Grand Capital Hotel was good, and the lobby was full of customers. There was the sound of hurried footsteps again. Director's son rushed over with the producer. "CEO Han, Film Empress Su. Why are you standing in the living room? Hurry up and go to the private room for a drink." "CEO Han, it's an honor for you to come despite your busy schedule." The two of them were welcomed into a private room. Bai Human, who had been ignored, gritted her teeth and followed. Liang Qiaoran was so excited that she was about to faint. She pulled Jia Yishan and whispered to her non-stop. Sure enough, it was worth it to bring Jia Yishan out. She could actually make herself look good in front of her sugar daddy. It was perfect. Movie King Su had a strong, firm base behind him. He was like a money tree. He nodded his head and the best resources were all rushing to find him. Han Zimo was also the CEO of the Hong Corporation. He was on the same level as the F Corporation and was also known as the capital's financial magnate. With just a stomp of his foot, the entire capital would tremble. Some people joke that if the F Group and the Hong Corporation joined forces, the other groups would have nothing to do. Rumor had it that Han Zimo was cold, gentlemanly, and unfathomable at the age of 30. The major newspapers rarely saw his portrait. The only thing they saw was him wearing a black suit, looking like the CEO that thousands of girls dreamed of. On the contrary, the eldest son of the Su family, the president of F Group, never showed his face or exposed himself. No one knew what he looked like. They only knew that he was the head of the Su family, and that his strategy was not inferior to Han Zimo's. There were even rumors that Han Zimo and the eldest son of the Su family were both single because they were a couple. The heights that the two of them had reached were beyond anyone else's reach. They had become gods, living in the human world, suffering and seeing everything in the world.